it's not just that he believes it. It's like I said, it's his body language is very open, very confident. He's just different. Like he's not that bravado, like I'm the man type of confidence. It's kind of this like yeah, what the hell did you expect? Like, come on, man, we work hard. Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
this like the cool man's confidence. And let me say this, man. Well, I'm watching him. This is going to sound really homerish or kind of biased, but it's really how I feel, right? I'm kind of a prickly dude, right? You can agree that I'm a little
Oh,
prickly
gee, I
sometimes.
couldn't
Yeah.
tell.
Lafleur, when I'm watching him, dude, I want to put my arm on him and buy him a beer. Like I just do. Like I just want to sit down and buy
I'd
that
buy him
dude
a
beer,
12 pack.
buy him beer too, and sit down and just talk football. Like that's the
Not that
type of
Keystone
dude he
Light
just.
shit. I'm talking about like the Corona Extra with the limes in it.
No, if I'm sitting down buying the Green Bay Packers head coach fucking beer, we're getting some Rolling Rock or some shit I can't afford normally. Like that's a lifetime experience. We're not buying swill. Like I drink cheap shit because that's what I can afford in my daily life. If I'm sitting down with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, we're having like I'm not a foreign beer dude, but like some Rolling Rock, like that costs like $6 a beer, something like that. Well, I'm not saying that like that type of tier beer where it's like that upper echelon. It costs you some money. When you were a teenager, you used to buy it. You know, honestly, you know what I miss? Zima. I miss Zima. It was the Sprite of alcohol. It was perfect. Don't give me that face. Stop giving me that face. All right, we're going to break.
We deserve a break after hearing that.
And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and chatter. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still got an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for their version of the raffle for all kinds of cool prizes, even a chance at winning some cash. You buy a $10 raffle ticket for a chance at winning $100. That's a chance at making 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for a chance at all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from tailgating barbecue sets that I have a Packers one that I won, folks, for $400. I put $40 down on the spot. I won it, and it was out of 20 spots. It's really worth it. I've also won helmets that are signed. I've won banners that are signed. I've won memorabilia rings. I've won footballs that are signed and other Packers knickknacks because that's my team. But go ahead and check them out. Cheap, affordable prices for certified, authentic stuff.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at First and Goal Pod, myself at UPJ33, Dave is at Steak and Cheese, and the fantasy wonder himself, Dylan, at Dylan Busby1. Email us at firstandgoalpodcast at yahoo.com with all your football and Packer questions and comments, and you just might find yourself making the show live. That's First and Goal Podcast at yahoo.com. And we are back and better than ever.
All right, folks. I'm just finishing up watching this Steelers-Browns game. Browns are winning 21-7. Minute
Yeah,
47
and
left.
Nick Chubb only has 92 yards, 9.2 points
I'm
on my
not worried
fantasy
about
team.
that.
Come on. I am worried about it. He needs a friggin' tutty. Let's get a tutty here. Give me the
he's
points.
not. They're punting the ball.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, but there's 7 minutes and no, a minute 40 left.
There's a minute 47 left, dude, and the Browns are up by 2. The game's over.
That's ridiculous.
So, the Browns, folks, are, I believe it's like breaking a streak tonight because the Browns have not beaten the Steelers in a while. In a long while. So, tonight, I know it's 2 mediocre to low-end teams playing, but the Browns would go to 4-6 And I'm looking at this AFC playoff picture, Jay. The wild card is attainable for Cleveland because it's
Oh
not as
yeah.
deep as the NFC at all. Wow. That's just so surprising to see. Because I'm staring at,
Why is George Kittle listed as doubtful now when they already said he was out?
because they haven't officially said he isn't declared out, but he's doubtful and he hasn't practiced today or yesterday. He ain't playing. Um, I think they're doing it to make the other team game plan to make Arizona account for him. But I mean, they already gave away their cards when every single beat reporter for San Fran said he declared him out yesterday. So I can't sit there and
Ridiculous.
I can't sit there and I don't know. I'm just But also, folks, I am looking at this AFC wild card picture right here, and in the hunt, the Broncos are 3-6, and most likely they won't be able to keep up with Cleveland. Cleveland goes to 4-6 after this win tonight. The Chargers just don't look, they're a shell of themselves from last year being in the playoffs, the dominant performers on offense. It just doesn't like it. I don't get it. It's almost the same exact roster, Jay, and the Steelers can't, or I mean, the Chargers cannot put it together. I don't get it. The Raiders came in and smacked them in the mouth last Thursday night football game. So with that, the Jaguars are 4-5. We got to see how they perform with Nick Foles. We don't know how they're going to play. We don't know when Brissett's going to come back for the Colts. And if he doesn't come back here in the next couple weeks, they could just free fall because Brian Hoyer is not looking good. Then you have the
No.
Tennessee Titans, who's one of my dark horses this year, because Tannehill's 3-1 in this offense. They just took down a offensive juggernaut in the Chiefs. I mean, the Titans are leaning on Derrick Henry when it's getting cold. It's smart to do. Let Tannehill game manage your situation. You still have a talented defense. Don't sleep on the Titans this year, folks. They could be a sneaky good team into the playoffs, but the Browns maybe can lose one more game and go 9-7 as a wild card. I don't see them getting in at 8-8.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I just don't think the Browns have a head coach that's going to be able to guide them through the run they need to make to have a shot at the playoffs. Let's put it like that. Somehow or another,
Great.
Freddie
Kitchens
Kitchens
get
will
out
find
coached.
some way to throw a monkey wrench in their perfectly ordered plans and just F it up for him like he's going to foobar. Like, he is foobar, dude, for real. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Freddie Kitchens should not be a head coach. He barely was an offensive coordinator before being a head. Like, I don't think there's a guy that has jumped up from such a non relevant position on a coaching staff to the most important position so quickly. Like, I think he was a
Are
tight
you
end.
kidding me, dude? Hold on. Dude, freaking the pass rusher for Cleveland was going around, and there's a huge breakout fight happening right now. I mean, fists are flying. They came around and was going after Rudolph because they were trying to run one more play. So he went around and leveled Rudolph. The offensive lineman got so pissed off and started swinging on and like threw down. I think it's Kirksey on the ground. Started hitting his helmet, which I never know why you punching metal, but still they're swinging at him. Rudolph's helmet is off, and both teams have cleared. Benches have cleared.
Okay. That
AFC
deserves a hype horn.
AFC North rivalry. I love it. Steelers are pissed right at one point. They just lost to the Browns for the first time forever.
Like, the lineman is all be like, you can't touch my quarterback. Get your hands off
also the
him.
pass rusher for
Don't do that.
Wow. Myles Garrett took Mason Rudolph's helmet and swung it at Mason Rudolph without his helmet on.
Oh wow, they're getting rowdy with it.
Like he took off Rudolph's helmet and then swung it at Rudolph because Rudolph stuck his fingers in Garrett's face mask and started grabbing at his face. Oh
Uh,
my god!
that guy is stupid. Like,
And
don't.
Marquise Pouncey or Mike Pouncey, either one, for the Steelers. For the center, freaking was literally kicking Myles Garrett in the face.
We're getting play-by-play on a football MMA fight. This is
Dude,
ridiculous.
it turned into an MMA brawl.
Well, the only difference
Like,
is nobody pulled an arm bar, so.
like Tomlin and Kitchens are halfway in the field discussing what the hell's like supposed to happen. Browns are up 2 touchdowns. It's 8 seconds left. This shouldn't be happening.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Myles Garrett's about to be suspended like probably 4 to 6 games.
Well, the Browns are done. Yeah, they're done.
Pouncey's going to be freaking suspended multiple games. He was just kicking a player in the face. But I can't blame Garrett, though. I mean, yeah, he overreacted. But if you go back and watch a replay, you had freaking Rudolph got pissed at Garrett for sacking him and then stuck his fingers through his face mask and then started grabbing at his nose and his mouth and shit. So Garrett, it's like a flip got switched and just went into enraged mode.
Dude, I don't need a grown man trying to pick my nose, okay?
Well,
Like,
exactly my point. That's why Garrett's pissed.
like, keep your hands out of my face, man. You put your hands in my face. See, now, Garrett should have just bit his friggin' fingers. Just bit his finger right off. That teach him a damn lesson. Just don't be sticking your fingers near my mouth, or I'm going to bite it off. Just bite it off. Like Mike Tyson, that son of a bitch's fingers. Don't be sticking your fingers in my helmet near my mouth. I'm going to bite it off, you son of a bitch. That's hilarious, though.
Cleveland and Steelers play again in 17 days.
Oh, God. Wow. It's very interesting. All right, Dave, what do we got for best matchups of last week or this week, either or?
I'm sorry. I had to go play by play on that.
I'm sorry. That was interesting, man, to say the least. I'm not mad at you at all, man. We just had a live brawl, and I missed it because I don't want to turn on my TV because then it eats up the internet and you get laggy.
I'm watching it. Hold on. I'm watching it again, starting from the beginning. Myles Garrett doesn't slam him. He just takes the extra step and tackles him. And then you have Rudolph grabbing in, trying to get to Rudolph's eye, like his face. He's reaching in towards his nose and his eyes. And then that's when he rips off Rudolph's helmet and then beats him with it. Like Myles Garrett he just fathered Mason Rudolph.
You know what he just did to him? He Craig Debo.
Hold on. The ref literally has an index card with like 8 ejections right now. He's literally reading off like number 95 is ejected, number 53 from the Steelers is ejected, number 71 from the Steelers. And they got to run one more play, and they just ejected 8 players.
Dave, don't lose your shit right now, man. You're on air.
I'm sorry. This is hilarious. Like, goddamn, of course, like Browns get a win, and they just lost their top pass rusher for the season.
Wow. So, what do you got for best matchups from last week quickly? I will take the 49ers Seahawks Monday night. I think that was the best game of the week, man.
So that was a really good game because it went back and forth from first quarter all the way up to the end of overtime.
I mean,
right up until the end.
And I actually wanted that game to go to overtime. Usually, you don't want a game to go to overtime because it's been so crappy. That game, it was like, oh, please go to overtime. I still want to see extra plays. Like, I don't know if you felt that same way, but.
Well, I mean, my top game, I'm not going to choose the Seahawks Seattle. I mean, the Seahawks San Fran game.
The Seahawks
I'm going to choose a game that was sneaky good. Not good records by any chance, But the Buccaneers and the Cardinals,